What is transformation? Several books have been published in the past 15 years that zero in on transformative phenomenology. Phenomenology is the science and philosophy of mind, the architecture of human consciousness. A science which is made up of an exhaustive, robust, interlocking system of epistemology, which is the study of knowledge, ontology, the study of being, and logic, or sound reasoning. The latest book, the Handbook of Transformative Phenomenology, published by Fielding University Press, depicts and describes 10 qualities of phenomenologists. These qualities are characteristics and practices manifested in the speech, action, and relationships of a phenomenologist. While characteristics point to, they do not tell us what transformation is. So, what is it? Transformation is the flowering of an individual into his unencumbered fullness, no longer held back by immaturity, ignorance, or emotional or cognitive constraints. Aristotle called it entelechy, referring to one's tendency to become precisely that which was genetically set in motion when one came into being. That is not to say that all that one is predetermined. A lot can go wrong, and usually does go wrong, along the path toward full maturity. Formative relationships of parents and teachers, family and friends have a deep biasing effect on one's structure of thought, one's habits of mind and heart. We are defenseless and become embedded in a sea of biases because they were formed while we were in a naive, pre-reflective state. Overcoming biases opens the door to transformation. When biases are overcome through objectification, one takes giant steps closer to being unadulterated, authentic, true to oneself. Caterpillars are the most ubiquitous example. They crawl around and eventually form cocoons in which their transmutation takes place. At the proper time, they emerge as butterflies who fly from their perch. With people, it is different and more complicated. We are genetically predisposed to certain kinds of change as we mature. But along the way are multiple incessant demands that we learn about ourselves, our bodies and minds, our environment, and the society into which we have been flung. Let's be clear. Learning is not in itself transformation. It is learning. Learning builds up our stocks of knowledge and experience, potentially building for our entire lives. But it is up to each of us to sort through the increasing layers, the sedimentation of knowledge and experience, in order to discern that which is true, that which is most valuable, that which expresses and manifests the most authentic aspects of who we instinctively know ourselves to be. Still, this is learning. When we are not learning about external reality, whether social or natural, we are learning how to think about it, how to engage it in order to achieve the most successful outcomes. Still, learning is not in itself transformative. It is cumulative. Transformation, on the other hand, is fundamental realignment, life-changing insight into how our thoughts and behavior can be better organized to yield the true version of ourselves. Learning is cumulative. Transformation is freeing. Learning is always something of a challenge. Transformation brings peace. Transformation means shedding old skins of thought habits for the robust dynamic of being alive 100% of the time. It is as if one sees the world for the first time and is no longer daunted by it. It is an acquired, increased capability. It means a new worldview that agrees integriously with the deepest constitution of our being. That is what we mean when we say something is transformative. Phenomenology is a transformative path when we practice it according to Edmund Husserl's protocol. He likened the practice to a religious conversion. After more than 100 years since Husserl laid out the path, a path that leads to discovering vital essences and undeniable absolutes, practicing the protocol made it possible to sketch out the 10 qualities of phenomenologists developed by David Rohorick and Valerie Benz. Bear in mind that transformation does not come just because one studies phenomenology. It comes when the protocol is practiced, because only then is the deep work performed that yields the essence of knowledge and experience we so deeply desire to know. Practicing phenomenology is the key to it all.